had the chat with Renato, and I said him exactly the same thing that I just said to you in terms of playing in the position that he is playing with us, that give him the chance to join international team, and also probably give him the chance to be to get speculation around him. So that means that clubs probably are looking for him, and clubs are looking for players that they are doing well. Not they are doing bad. Players that they are doing well with the club, they are doing well with the international team. And as I said, for me, if there is a player that just want to play in one position, they're gonna struggle. They have to adapt. They have to play in different positions. They have to learn to play in different positions, because it's a good thing for the team and for the club.
How did he take that? Because I presume he also wants to play regularly as well, does he?
I said many times I also want the long hair, but we have more than 20 players, 25 players, and they all want to play, but it's not possible.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. It's the Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. Please subscribe to my channel for regular Chelsea updates. Jokes aside, guys, jokes aside. Renato Viega, it appears that he's on his way out. It appears that he's on his way out. He's only been with the club for roughly, 5 or 6 months? You know, it all depends. In terms of actual first team play, I mean, you know, we've only had about 5 months of our first team, football, right? You know, competitive first team, football. So that's from, August, September, October, November, December, and we just entered, January. So this is crazy. Now, within those months, in as much as, right, he hasn't played at center back in the league, or, I mean, that's what we are being told. I mean, that seems to be the, narrative. I mean, the young man has played over 1,100 minutes, and I mean, I don't care who you're playing against, as long as you're playing for Chelsea, and you got to log over 1,100 minutes in your first 5 months, and you are only Viega age. You are only 21 years old, bro. I mean, Viega is only 21 years old. I'm just trying to do this real quick. Renato Viega. I mean, Viega doesn't even have yeah, he doesn't even have a wiki page, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. So this is a player that clearly his profile was almost none when we rescued him from the backwater leagues of Switzerland, where he was playing at Basel last season, right? Last summer, just half a year ago. Last year we grabbed him there, 12 million. Viega was so happy then, kissed the badge. Told us about how he's so happy and so blessed, and he can't even believe his luck. The fact that he's has to wake up every day and put on this sweet blue Chelsea shirt, right? And it's just amazing that only 5 months later, this same player, is saying that, listen, I want to leave. I want to go to somewhere where I can play, quote unquote, regular, football. I mean, that's just madness, guys. That's just absolute madness. Because as I mentioned, when we got you from, Basel, guy, just remember where you came from, Basel. And clearly, Maresca told you. I mean, you already heard it on the audio. The Maresca interview that was given out today. as a part of his pregame interview for our next league game against Bournemouth tomorrow. Maresca was like, listen, we brought you in as a backup. We told you clearly. We didn't tell you that you're going to be starting. How are we going to tell you that you're going to start at as a left-footed center back when we have Colwell and Badashil in front of you, right? And even if we didn't have them, dude, there's no way we're going to grab you from Switzerland and have you just boom, just start games in the Premier League at 21 years old. You literally came from Switzerland and straight to the Premier League where you're going to start and be going against Salah and Isak and all these guys. That never happened. And so what happened is the club Chelsea was upfront with the player, and the player said yes, right? The player said yes to the project. The player clearly said yes, and Chelsea kept their own end of the bargain. Maresca kept his own end of the bargain because this player hasn't played over 1,100 minutes, right? He's played in Europe, some fans might have looked down on these games, but these games are in important games for Chelsea FC. The games in Europe, these cup games, they are in important games for Chelsea, and your performance is what begets additional minutes. And for me, guys, I don't know about you guys, but I watch every minute and I watch it critically. For me, Renato Viega, when he has played in the Premier League, he has struggled to impose himself on the pitch. Right? It is like he has not passed the eye test. I'm not saying that he was a bad player on the pitch, but he struggled. This is nothing like little Josh Achampong, who had that start and played the whole 90 minutes and played like a grown up who actually belonged to be on the pitch. You wouldn't know that he's actually 18 years old. Viegas never played at that type of level. When we gave him when Maresca gave him the start against Bournemouth, Viega had a rough day at the office. I know it's been a while. It's only been a few months, but I remember that game, and that's why we almost lost that game. If it wasn't for Sanchez making saves and saving the PK, and then later, obviously it wasn't all on Viega. I mean, the Sacia right back was horrible on that day, but Viega was missing in action for most of that day of that game until late in the second half, and that's when we then ended up finding a way to win that game. Then I've also seen him perform in some other league games. Now, granted, he hasn't played a lot of league games, but what I'm trying to say is none of his league appearances has given you that desire to say he needs more. That's what I'm saying, and that's why rather than play Viega there, Maresca has rather gone with a right-footed right back, obviously, at left back. Like he would rather play Gusto or Reece James there than play Viega there when Cucurella was out. And so it is, what it is, but not with standing as Maresca has mentioned. Listen, even though you haven't been starting or playing games at center back for us, you obviously have played well enough for Portugal to notice you and give you call ups. So what that means is that whatever development project that we have for you, Viega, is actually working. It's good for your career. So like this is just crazy. Like, dude, you're 21 years old. You already made it onto the Portuguese national team. That Portugal is a top 10 country in the world, and you're on their squad, right? You have already at least been able to get some call-ups, which means you're now in the radar for the possibility of World Cup. Just chill and just keep going with the program and have faith. But no, I guess there's no patience these days. But what it is other clubs came, like Wolves came for him for a loan deal, and he didn't make any fuss, right? He didn't say, "Oh, I want to leave Chelsea and go and play at Wolves so I can play in my preferred position at center back." Why? Obviously, because it's not about playing the center. It's about also their club that's involved, and the club involved is Dortmund. Dortmund is a massive club in all fairness, and Dortmund has come. They are also known for giving young players a chance, and they have made promises to him, and he said, "Listen, let me go." And Chelsea saying, "Okay, if you want to go, then you're gonna have to pay our fee, and our fee that we're asking for right now is 30 million euros from Dortmund." I don't know if Dortmund has that type of bread. Keep in mind, this is a club that cannot putting up the cash to close the Ian Matson deal. Matson ended up going to Aston Villa. So let's just see what happens. Let's for me, I don't really care. I mean, I would rather have him stay, but if he doesn't want to stay, we can go ahead and just flip that, just flip him and make double, if not triple our investments on this player. That's how I feel. How do you all feel? Leave your comments below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys. Peace.